Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, there are three gateways leading to hell. Trividam narakasyedam dvaram nashanam kama krodha tata lobha tasmat etatrayam tyajet. He is saying one should get rid of these three great enemies to spiritual progress. So lust makes one catch someone. Anger makes one beat someone. Greed makes us loot someone. So these habits of catching, beating, looting are the impure activities of a conditioned soul. And because of these tendencies, when we chant the holy name, we feel thoughts which come in pursuance of lust and anger and greed. In the form of lusty thoughts or angry thoughts of revenge and wanting to take revenge against somebody, or greedy thoughts of unhealthy comparisons. So that is how the chanting becomes polluted. One is not able to call out the holy name properly. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam it is said that Mahatsevam dvaramahur vimuktes tamodvaram yoshitam sangi sangam mahantaste samachitta prashanta vimanyava surdas sadavo ye. It is said if one associates with saintly persons, Mahatma devotees, then that opens door to spiritual world. But if one is associating with this lust, anger and greed, that opens door to hell. So we have to decide which door we want to open. Door back to Godhead or doors to hell. So therefore, one should elevate one's consciousness by pure association. And one should avoid impure association even during the course of the day. So that when we are sitting down to chant the holy name, we will be able to experience a very positive energy rather than negative energy enveloping us and not letting us call out the holy name. So, when one associates with saintly persons, then one comes closer and closer to understanding of Krishna's personality, his name, his qualities, his characteristics, his activities. And that becomes the background thought process, which is a highly positive energy. Because Krishna is imperishable, he has a Sachidananda Swarupa, he is the most beautiful, most knowledgeable, most strong and most opulent in every respect. All the six opulence is Shadaishwarya Purna. And merely remembering him alone boosts the energy of the living entity. The living entity becomes very beautiful by possessing Krishna. Just like if you have a gold ring, it is studded with a blue diamond, like a blue stone on the top. It looks very beautiful. But if you remove that diamond studded over the ring, you find that there is a depression in the ring. Similarly, when living entity forgets Krishna, he becomes depressed. When living entity possesses Krishna, he becomes completely satisfied and nourished. So, in the past few Japa talks, we were talking about giving up lust, anger, greed, and proprietorship, controllership, enjoyership. And now, today, we are talking about the positive approach to Krishna. So, how do we do that? Proprietorship makes us think, I am the owner of everything. So, one should think, Sarva Loka Maheshwaram, Krishna says. I am the owner of all the planets and millions of universes. He has created them and he owns them. He is the owner. Similarly, one tends to think, I am the controller of other living beings. Like that Hiranyakashipu thought. So we should understand, Sukritam Sarva Bhutanam. Krishna is seated in the heart of all living beings as the best friend. And he is controlling the movement of all the living beings. Like we all are wandering in this material world, from one body to another, sometimes in heaven, sometimes in hell, sometimes in a king's body, sometimes in a citizen's body, sometimes in an angel's body, sometimes in an animal body. Who is wandering? Who is guiding our wanderings? That is done by the Lord. Karmana daiva netrena jantur deho papatyaye. So Lord is guiding the wandering. So He is the controller of all jivas. And Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, he is the owner of all the planets and demigods. Then how do we counteract the idea that I am the enjoyer? Krishna says, Bhoktaram Yagyatapasam. He says, I am the pivot of the whole universe. Everything revolves around me, Krishna says. In fact, I am like the nylon thread that passes through the pearl garland. I am keeping everything in order. I am the common denominator for everyone and everything in this world. So, devotees cultivate the consciousness, everything belongs to Krishna, everything is owned by him, he is the controller of everyone and everything, I am only a servant. So, I am Dasosmi, Dasanudas. This kind of mood is very important to read from the books of Prabhupada and cultivate the consciousness during the day, and that will be very helpful during chanting. These positive right scripts will help us when we call out the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Oh Krishna, my master. Oh Krishna, my dear friend. Oh Krishna, my mother and father. Oh Krishna, my dear wealth and all education. Oh my dear Krishna, who is my be all and end all. I have forgotten you and turned away from you. Please pick me up, purify me, uplift me, accept me as one of your millions of servants. As Lord Chaitanya sang, Ayananda tanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam budhau kripaya tava pada pankaja stita dhuli sadrisham vichintaya. So, this is the right attitude in which the holy name should be chanted. While we close the doors of lust, anger and greed, we have to open the doors of holy association with saintly persons and develop the right mood of Krishna is the proprietor, Krishna is the controller, Krishna is the enjoyer. And with that proper samadhi in these right conceptions, one should chant the holy name, begging for Krishna to purify our heart and uplift us. And that is the right approach to the chanting of holy name daily. And then definitely every day will be a day of increment in little wisdom, knowledge about Krishna. Every day will be a day of increment of little spiritual bliss. Susukam kartum avayam. Spiritual life can be performed very joyfully. Harinam Prabhu ki. Let us offer our humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are just like desert trees or ocean of mercy, full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha krupa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava vrinda ki Vaishnava Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki